Welcome back, everyone. If you're looking to book more discovery calls and clients, then you're in the right place. You've probably already heard a lot about the benefits of selling high-ticket offers, and if you haven't, then you can check this out here. The main point is that there are huge differences in the way that you sell a high-ticket product, aka one that costs over $2,000, as opposed to how you sell a low-ticket or $20 ebook or trinket or gadget or whatever. So let's go ahead and jump right in to the 10 ways to sell high-ticket offers. So the first way to sell your high-ticket offers is to be inflexible. A lot of new and even experienced coaches make the mistake of coming off as desperate by being too flexible. In other words, so when they're looking for clients, they'll say, "Oh, I'll do whatever you want. I'll work on whatever schedule. I'll offer you a discount. I can change my offer. I can change the time frame. I'll change whatever you want. Just please sign with me." The main problem with this is that everyone on earth hates amateurs and desperation. So while there is a little bit of room for flexibility, which we'll talk about in a minute, your goal here is generally to be as inflexible as possible. So that means you do not want to adjust your offer, your price point, your time frame, and things like that. I'm definitely not saying to be rude, but you do come across as much more confident when you let a prospect know, "This is my offer, I stand behind it, you can take it or leave it." The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to have them apply. In other words, you want to put up at least some barriers so that only the most committed prospects actually make it into your funnel and system. So the point here is that you don't want to be too personally accessible at first. And like I mentioned, probably the best way to do this is to put up an application that they have to fill out before they can even book a call with you. So the two big reasons to do this is because number one, if you get some of that information, then you can pre-qualify who you speak with. Because if somebody isn't ready to commit right away, or doesn't have the investment ready, or is in a different niche, then you don't want to waste your time jumping on a call in the first place. The second reason to use an application is because it makes it clear that you don't work with just anyone, and it adds a little bit of confidence to you and your offer as well. The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to make your offer crystal clear. Now, there's actually a lot that goes into this. For one, it matters that you make a great offer, and then within that offer, you want to be clear who it's for, what outcome you help them deliver, and maybe even how. For more on how to create an irresistible offer, then check out my video here. The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to offer tiers. Now, to be clear here, I generally suggest only having one offer, like one package or one program or something like that. But within that offer, you can offer 3 levels of that same offer. As you might imagine, your higher tiers would generally have more access to you and more support. The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to use psychological buying triggers. I'm gonna make another video soon about a much lengthier list of buying triggers and biases and stuff like that, but the two main ones that you've probably already heard about, which actually are the most effective triggers on earth, are urgency and scarcity. So the summary here is that urgency means limited time, such as only available for the next 6 hours or for the next weekend or for something like that. Now, of course, you want to put your own spin on that, but the point of urgency means limited time as opposed to scarcity, which means limited amount. So you incorporate scarcity by saying something like, "I only work with 3 clients at a time," or "I only have this many slots available this month," or something like that, that pretty much communicates to them limited supply or limited time. The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to build massive amounts of trust. I talk about the many ways to build trust in my video here, but the point is that you want to seem reliable, or you want to be reliable, and you want to communicate that fact as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that it is generally a good idea to promote something as new, but when it comes to higher ticket offers, usually reliability versus newness or differentiation. The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to listen and prescribe. Now, for starters, listening is actually much harder than most people tend to think it is. But on top of that, you want to show them how your offer is specifically for somebody like them, for who they are, for what their goals are, for what their problems are. Now, I did mention earlier that your offer shouldn't change, but what does change here is how you listen to them and how you show them that your offer specifically applies to their goals. The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to focus on speed and outcome. Now, of course, the outcome is maybe the biggest selling point, that if somebody wants to lose 10 pounds, then you want to communicate that you can help them do that. But another gigantic factor that plays a role here is speed. Now, I know that a lot of especially new coaches say, well, if I'm going to charge somebody $5,000, then I should give them at least 3 months or 4 months or 6 months of my time. That's actually not the case at all. Now, if that's how much time it actually takes for you to help them reach their desired outcome, then okay, that's fine, no problem. But keep in mind that they don't care if you offer them an extra month of this or an extra call of that. They're just looking to get to their desired outcome as soon as possible. The next way to sell high-ticket offers is to be confident in the face of rejection. Now, this is actually 2 points here. The first part is to be absolutely confident. Now, I think I heard Grant Cardone say that the person who's most sold is the person who does the most selling. In other words, if you fully believe in your offer and the outcome that it can deliver, then you shouldn't have a problem with somebody walking away or with you turning somebody away or something like that. Needless to say, confidence plays a huge role in every single level of sales, but a few other ways to show confidence out of many is to be direct, to maintain eye contact, to be silent after you ask a question, and stuff like that. And the second half of this point is dealing with rejection. Now, if your price is where it should be or as high as it should be, then you shouldn't make 100% of sales. If everybody is telling you yes, then you're not charging enough. This means you shouldn't only get comfortable with rejection, you should actually want it, which I know is easier said than done. This actually touches on a few other topics such as objection handling and follow-up. But the point here is to expect to hear 4-ish no's before they say yes. The next way to sell high-ticket offers, or pretty much any offer, is to give a call to action. In other words, tell them exactly what to do. So keep in mind that all humans default to inaction. So even if it's an offer for something they want or need, most people's brains just naturally don't want to take any action. So you want to make it as clear as possible. Okay, so to get started, book a call here. All right, so send a deposit to this link and we'll get started. I just need a signature on this contract and then we'll get going. The point is that you want to tell them, do this exact thing, take this exact action next to get started. And probably the best way on earth to sell high-ticket offers is to hit the like button and subscribe below. If you learned something interesting today, it does help a lot. For more help booking discovery calls, creating your signature program, and selling your high-ticket offers, then check out my More Calls, More Clients coaching program in the links below. Well, that wraps us up for today. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.